Hello, this is the Star Wars News Show, and I have quite a bit of news to talk about, including my favorite, Star Wars Clone Wars Season 6 / bonus content, whatever you want to call it. We could talk about that. First, though, I kind of want to go all the way back to the first piece of news we got, which was some Star Wars Rebels news. What we got was it was going to be, they were going to do, like, a movie, basically, of, like, the first episode, like, an hour-long type thing, and it was going to air this summer on Disney Channel, which is pretty exciting. I'm really interested, I'm so happy that they do that with shows. It's just a bummer that the next entire series is, on Disney XD, since I don't have Disney XD. But Star Wars will probably put it up, the next day, like they did with the Clone Wars. They put it up on their site. They'll probably do that. I would be surprised if they didn't. So, the Star Wars Rebels, yep, it should be airing this summer on Disney Channel, which I'll be pretty happy to talk about when that comes. Next up is, this might be a little bit shorter, but, there's still some decent things to talk about. Some casting rumors for Star Wars Episode 7. If you go back a while ago, if you guys remember the rumored Zac Efron being Episode 7, everyone's like, no, and everyone just, thought it wasn't true. Well, it actually was true that he was, he was something like, they talked with him or something like that. So, that's true. And, a lot of people speculated on Zac Efron being in there. He's a good actor. That's what almost every single podcaster I've been listening to said, that he's a good actor. It's just because of that High School Musical. It's, a lot of people would doubt him. And I'm kind of on the same thing with them. And next is a guy I would actually love to see in Episode 7. I'm fine with this guy, Gary Oldman. He was Commissioner Gordon in the Dark Knight trilogy. He was a Sirius Black in the Harry Potter movies. He was in Planet of the Apes, and now he's in the rebooted RoboCop. And then he actually said they've called, but he wouldn't say anything else, because because he said they've called and wouldn't really say anything else, makes me think, is he possibly getting a part? Because I think he could do almost any part. I could see him as a Jedi. I could possibly see him as like a Sith. I would actually kind of like this guy in Star Wars Episode 7, because Gary Oldman's, the type of actor. He's just, he's pretty likable. How he plays certain characters. How they have their own. How there's these actors that in different movies, they seem to play the same exact thing in a different movie. You can just tell, man, that one person, to be honest, I mean, they do so well with, I never really, at first glance, knew that Commissioner Gordon was Gary Oldman from Harry Potter. And I'm just saying, how he plays Sirius Black and Commissioner Gordon are two different characters. Totally two different characters. So he can play different characters and different elements, and I really like that. I really like that about Gary Oldman. Next, Star Wars Clone Wars bonus content Season 6, whatever you want to call it. I call it Season 6, because to me, bonus content's 4 or 5 episodes, but this is 13 episodes. That's that's could be considered a season. The lowest, usually in episodes a season can be is 13 episodes. So, This is, to me, a season 6 of Star Wars: The Clone Wars, since there's 13 episodes. That's a lot of episodes. There's actually, a Star Wars: The Clone Wars, let me see something. Yeah. The Star Wars: Clone Wars Season 6 trailer, it's in German, but it's out. And, I was pretty happy to see that. Yeah, I'm pretty happy to see that. And, the Star Wars, the bonus content trailer. Here, let me see if I can, play it for you guys. See if you can, hear it. Let me see here. Just put it all the way. Here we go.
Zum ersten Mal im Fernsehen.
Wie es scheint, glaubt ihr, dass das eine Folge unserer Programmierung ist?
Ha. Yeah, I'm not gonna play the whole thing for you since it's in German. But, I'm very, very interested in this, in these episodes, cause Count Dooku is put back on the scene, and, I'm very interested in these episodes, especially the last one, which I think the last one's called Sacrifice, when Yoda goes to Morban, the homeworld of the Sith, and, he faces, the most, a most powerful enemy, a most powerful Sith, something like that. Which, when I first heard that, I was like, ooh, Darth Sidious versus Yoda again, but then I started thinking, I'm like, then again, if you would have said that, it's kind of too predictable. So, there's also been, rumors about Mark Hamill, voicing a Darth somebody for the Clone Wars. And if you put it all together, he's Yoda going to the homeworld of the Sith, facing this powerful Sith. That's probably this Darth someone's gonna be voiced by Mark Hamill. Probably. I'm not gonna say for sure, but I don't know. In the Order 66 one, where, you know, oh man, let me go back. Let me go back a few things. I need to refresh my memory. And, yeah, let me go to Clone Wars. I need to go back to look at some, I need to look at some episode synopsis to refresh my memory. Disappear the last one in voices. Yeah, I need some synopsis here. Yeah, Star Wars, Clone Wars. Yeah, episodes. List of the Clone Wars episodes. Sorry, it's taking a little while. Yeah, Sacrifice. I'm not Morban. Morban was the old one, which is pretty funny that I'm saying Morban, even though. Wait, is it? Well, whatever it is, I don't know if Wikipedia has it wrong. I thought it was. I really did think it was Morban. Am I going crazy? Like for the Clone Wars, am I just like? Am I really like that? Am I really going that crazy? Like I'm pretty. I thought it was Morban. I thought it changed from Korban to Morban, but maybe it changed from Morban to Korban. I really thought that. Let me make sure. Season 6, episode synopsis. Yeah, let me see something. I just kind of want to make sure Rise of Clovis disappeared. Sacrifice. It's blah 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 blah. I don't know. Who knows? But let's just go with what Wikipedia says. On Korriban, the ancient birthplace of the Sith, the time has come for Yoda to pass his final test. Only then will he learn the best-kept secret of his order. But, first, a most powerful enemy awaits. That's the one's gonna be interesting. But the one before that is called Destiny. And this one also looks really good. Yoda travels to the heart of the galaxy. There, on the planet where he finds the origin of the Force. He must face difficult trials. Only upon passing them will the sages deem him worthy of learning the deepest mysteries of the Force. Sadly, I think I'm gonna have to end this soon. But man, I don't want to spoil it for myself and just watch the episodes in German if they ever do come out on YouTube. They probably will though. I'm not gonna watch. I'm not gonna watch it in German. I'm just kind of gonna wait until it comes out in English. Even if it doesn't air in the U.S., if it just comes out in English. In my personal opinion, I just want it to come out on Blu-ray, so I could just get it, and then you have it, and I can have something to watch. But I don't know. I know this isn't long. This isn't as long as they usually are. I'm tired, and I have to do some things. So this is all I have to do. I don't know if I'll upload this right away to YouTube and then upload the YouTube video on the website. I think it might be. I might do that later. But you know what? That's all I have to say. Not a lot of news. I guess I could go in more detail if I had more people. I'm the only person that's running this site, and so I kind of wish I had another person to debate some things and talk about other things, but I don't have that. So that's all I wanted to talk about. That's all. This was the 4th podcast I'd done already at 4, almost at 5. That's a pretty good accomplishment going into the month of February. Already in the month of February, but we're almost gonna. We're almost almost like halfway through the month. So that's all. That's all I wanted to say. This is Star Wars Universe News Show, episode number 4.